Welcome to episode 5 of the Mr. Two Locks 7-Step Strategy course, man. Look, this episode we're going to talk about public versus sharp money. This is very important. I feel like most casual bettors don't look at this. When you become experienced, disciplined better, this information is very important. So, what do I mean by public and sharp money? Well, let's look at it. Let's share my screen and I can show you all the definition of it right now. Mm, okay, so here we go. Let's make this bigger. In sports betting, public money comes from casual fans, often betting on favorites or popular teams, while sharp money comes from professional, data driven bettors, sharps, aka they call them sharps, who bet large amounts. This could be millions of dollars on perceived value, often moving the odds and betting against the public's consensus to find profitable opportunities, right? So the public is people like me, you, whoever watching this, we public, right? Um, we're casual fans. We're not pitting $10,000 on a bet. Maybe you are. I'm not. Let me rewind that. Maybe you are, but I'm not. So I consider myself a little bit of in between because I'm sharp thinker, but I'm public, you know, as in money betting wise, I'm public. So anyway, basically, public just means casual fans who just bet parlays, trying to hit for millions. And then sharps, you're gonna hear that word a lot. Sharp betting, right? Sharps, those are people who actually put $10,000 on the bet. Some of these people put 50,000, $1 million. Man, go look up Mattress Mac when y'all get time. So those are people who are sharp. Um, so let me just show you an example, right? Let me show you an example of how to find public and sharp money. Let's go to the Eagles and Chargers game. I am on Pikkit right now, by the way. So I have affiliate link for Pikkit somewhere on the app. You can find it anywhere. So I'm on Pikkit, right? I went to the Eagles and Chargers game. I'm gonna go down to the handle right here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay. So if you look at this graphic, right? Whenever you see bet percentage, that's basically telling you public money, right? And then when you see money percentage, that's usually the sharps, right? So how much money is on the Eagles money line? So you can see from this graphic, there are 77% of tickets that currently got Eagles money line compared to only 22% of tickets that got Chargers money line. And then look at this. 83% of the money, 83% of the money is on Eagles money line compared to 16% of the money that's on Chargers money line. So look, they show you the total handle is 2 million, right? Let's just do the math, right? Let's do the math. Let's share this tab. Let's look up 0.83 times, what was it, 2 million? So look at $1.6 million is on Eagles money line, according to this site here. $1.6 million. So you see a lot of money is coming in on Eagles money line. And you know why you have to be careful in these situations? Because if you think sports betting is rigged, and it might be. I'm not sure. It may be. But if you think it's rigged and Las Vegas is out to take as much money as possible, you see for tonight, Las Vegas will want Chargers to win. And you know why they will want Chargers to win? Because they get to keep 83% of this money. They get to keep 1.6 million. They get to keep 1.6 million dollars. So sometimes this is what I like to do. I like to fade the public, right? This is something they call fading the public, fading the money. I like to be on this side a lot of times because a lot of times The smaller side is the side that usually happens for some reason. I don't know why, but it usually happens. And if you go down here, it's the same thing for the total, right? You see, there's 62% of the money is on the under. 62% of money. So most people think this game is going to be under 41, 42 and a half, right? And then only 38% think it's going to go over. And then if you go down here to bet percentage, 58% of the tickets has the under. The other 41% of the tickets have the over, right? So let me show y'all another example of why you might want to be cautious when you see 90% of the money, 80 to 90% of the money on one side, because it's dangerous. Most of the times when you see 90% of money on one side, it does not likely happen. Most of the time. I'm not saying all the time, most of the time. So let's go to week 9. Let's go to the Packers and Panthers game, right? This is the splits for this game. This is public and sharp money, right? You can see 90% of the money was on Green Bay money line. And the total handle was 5 million. So let's just do some research, right? Let's do, what is that? Point nine times $5 million. How much was that? That's $4.5 million. 4.5. Let's go back. Now look, let's see who won the game. The Panthers won the goddamn game. They won the game 16-13. They beat the Packers. And guess what? Vegas just won $4.5 million. Now you see why this is very important. Carolina, the people who bet Carolina had good days, but it was only 10% of them. It was only 10%. So this is why this is very important, man. When you see a team got 90% of the money, you want to be cautious. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to be like everybody else, because, hey, I know if this sport is rigged, I know Vegas needs Carolina to win. Sometimes you want to be on Vegas side. So you want what Vegas want. Sometimes you want what Vegas want. So this is how you look at splits, right? This is how you know where's the money at. That is how you look up splits. This is Pikkit. You can find it here on Pikkit right here. Let me come back. All right, that is how you look up public versus sharp money, and it's very important. You should always look at that, especially if you someone who like to bet money lines, spreads, and totals. You want to see what a big money is at. You want to see what a ball is at. Hey, no, what a ball is at. Anyway, so on to the next episode. Next episode will be my favorite episode because it's going to be my specific strategy for being profitable long term. This is the episode I'm going to enjoy the most. So see y'all in episode 6.